It's your girl, Kanitra Moselle, and I am so excited. We just finished up the book and brunch to launch my first book, Grace for This, the devotional. It's a 21-day journey for women who are growing through grief. The conversations that we had in here today was phenomenal. I want to let you know that GRACE is the acronym. It stands for Grief, Rest, Aid, Community, and Evolve. The reality of it is that we are experiencing a grief journey every single day. Every transition can cause you to grief, but are you leaning into your grief? Grieving is also exhausting, so I'm going to encourage you to actually rest. And when you're resting, rest is clarifying. You're going to learn what you do and don't have capacity for anymore. And guess what? You're going to begin to ask with more clarity about exactly what you need. That C stands for community, because when you start asking for help, your people who are meant for this next season are going to respond to your ask, and your community is going to change. And then lastly, when you go through that grace journey, you're going to evolve to the next best version of yourself. So I'm so excited for you to be a part of this journey. You're going to love what we're doing in this community. Follow Kanitra Moselle and follow Grace for This on Instagram and Facebook.
Good morning, and good morning. Y'all, I'm feeling silly. Y'all need to say a prayer. Because I'm feeling silly. Go ahead and drop March No Madness in the comments. Hey, y'all, hey. I don't know which version of me y'all gonna get, but Saul is actively on my nerves again. He is actively on my nerves again this morning, y'all. But we gonna talk about it, because I know we probably get on the Lord nerves sometimes, right? It's gonna be playing today. If you haven't already, go ahead and share this out, tag somebody in. We are live on our GFT Facebook page, and of course, most of the squad is over here in YouTube. So I just want to remind you that we are over in the Facebook space, right? I'm hiding today, y'all. I look like I did yesterday, so we gonna hear this voice, and the Lord is going to bless us. The Lord is going to bless us. Good morning, T. Good morning, Cassie. Look, the Savannah delegation on duty. Lakeisha, Kayla, Texas. What's good? Hey, Marie. I see y'all with the March No Madness. Yep, March No Madness. Lord God bless this time. Let this just be a chop us up in a gentle way. You know, we received the chopping up of things, but let us be chopped in a way that it is a refinement and not a wounding and a bruising. In the name of Jesus, Amen. I'm a part of the Emmanuel Covenant Life Center, where my leaders are Apostle Kenneth and Ardina Johnson, aka Apostle Mom and Apostle Dad, and we did prayer yesterday morning, and our focus was chastisement. Right. And I appreciated the fact that it was chastisement, because it reminds us that God chastens who he loves. And if the Lord is getting us together, it's because he loves us, and he's called us, to a specific purpose. And in order for us to get to that purpose, baby, the things that are out of line need to be corrected. All these mamas in the building, and your children get out of pocket. Do you not get them together, or do you just let them run themselves into an abyss of darkness? No, we don't. You train them up in the way that they should go. And as they are open to receive wise counsel from you, you do just that, right? So it's a good lesson and a good learning when we are corrected by the Lord, okay? When we are corrected by the Lord. So our focus has been March No Madness. And we're going back to 1 Samuel, right? We're going back to 1 Samuel, and specifically chapter 13, y'all. We're going back to chapter 13. Again, our focus is March No Madness. We have come a mighty long way, and we still have a ways to go. But what I'm not going to do is choose this madness continually. So I saw some things when I was reading about King Saul. I'm going to call him what he was, about King Saul. And I want us to walk through this and identify a couple of things in there. If y'all ready, drop ready in the comments. If you're ready, drop a ready in the comments. If you're ready, drop a ready in the comments. Hallelujah. We're in 1 Samuel chapter 13, and we're going to start at, it's like right between verse 7 and verse 8. And it specifically says, Saul's disobedience and Samuel's rebuke. Come on here. Good morning, Deb. How you doing, sis? All right, I see you're ready. I see some readies. I'm going to go ahead and start reading. And 7b, okay? I'm going to call it 7b. And it says, meanwhile, Saul stayed at Gilgal, and his men were trembling with fear. Saul waited there for 7 days for Samuel, as Samuel had instructed him earlier, but Samuel didn't come. Saul realized that his troops were rapidly slipping away. So he demanded, "Bring me the burnt offering and peace offerings." And Saul sacrificed the burnt offering himself. Just as Saul was finishing with the burnt offering, Samuel arrived. Saul went out to meet and welcome him. But Samuel said, "What is this you have done? Boy, what you doing?" That's my version. And Saul replied, "I saw my men scattering from me, and you didn't arrive when you said you would. And the Philistines are at Michmash ready for battle. So I said, the Philistines are ready to march against us at Gilgal, and I haven't even asked for the Lord's help. So I felt compelled to offer the burnt offering myself before you." Did you see there was a sequence there? There was a trend in there. I'm not going to say nothing. If you saw the trend, just let me know. It was very loud to me. It was very loud. I'm going to keep reading. We at verse 13. We almost done. "How foolish," Samuel exclaimed. I wonder what it say in the Message version. Kayla, I'm going to have to go over there. "You have not kept the command the Lord your God gave you. Had you kept it, the Lord would have established your kingdom over Israel forever. But now your kingdom must end, for the Lord has sought out a man after his own heart. The Lord has already appointed him to be the leader of his people because you have not kept the Lord's command." The end. The end. I got to highlight it, y'all, real big. And I'm going to go back to these points. Back to verse 12. It's verse 12. 11. Verse 11. "And Samuel said, what is this you have done? And Saul replied, I saw my men scattering from me, and you didn't arrive when you said you would. And the Philistines are at Michmash ready for battle. So I said, the Philistines are ready to march against us at Gilgal, and I haven't asked for the Lord's help. So I felt compelled to offer the burnt offering myself before you." What is the problem here? It's a whole bunch of I. I'm seeing what's going on. I saw my men do this. And then it was given a little bit of blame. Do you feel like he was pointing his finger? Well, you didn't come yet. Oh, wait a minute. Me not coming don't have anything to do with your obedience, sir. If the Lord told you to do a thing, since when does me not being where you think I should be at the time that you think I should be there? Or even if I said it, it does not change the instructions that the Lord gave to you, baby. No madness. That is madness. If the Lord gave me an instruction, hear me. Unless the Lord changed the instruction, I'm not budging. You understand what I'm saying? You're not going to talk me out of or convince me to move in a way that the Lord has not released or commanded me. Baby, no. It's March. Ain't no madness over here. You're not finna catch me up. No, you're not finna, but that girl said, catch me outside. No, you can catch me outside about talking to me crazy about doing something the Lord ain't telling me to do. No, see, Saul didn't have the right energy. Saul was in some pride real big. Saul was operating in a spirit of fear, and he was 100% being carnal and focused on what his eyes could see. But do you have a sense of conviction about what the Lord said, even when your eyes cannot see it? Are you moved by the natural eye? Be you not conformed to the way of this world, but be you transformed by the renewing of your mind. I don't care what it is that you are seeing. Are you settled in your mind and in your spirit to do what it is the Lord has convicted you to do? What? Huh? I feel like I'm so disrespectful to Saul, but he keeps doing this. And we got cycles about us. I don't want to spiral out, but right? So Samuel said, how foolish. How foolish. How you have not kept the commandment the Lord your God gave you. I love the fact that he said the Lord your God, because we have to remember to take ownership of the Lord being our God. Right? The Lord your God says that you heard him tell you to do a certain thing. Regardless of the vessel it came through, the instruction was for you. Come on here. We in apostolic and prophetic houses, we believe in the fivefold gifts: apostle, prophet, teacher, evangelist, pastor, right? And if the Lord gives a word through a person, you don't run back to the person to validate your obedience. You sit with that word that the Lord gave you, and then you allow that to keep you right and anchored. You take that prophetic word that was given to you, you take that conviction that the Lord gave you in your own private time, and you run that thing past the word of the Lord, and you move how he tell you to move, just like that. But you don't say, oh, well, you wasn't here, so I decided to do a certain thing. No, son, that ain't what the Lord told you to do, right? Their ownership. Take some ownership, right? And then he had a nerve to say, well, you weren't here. Don't point your finger at me. Don't point your finger at me, because if he is your God, it don't matter where I was or was not. You were going to trust that God was going to do what he had said. If you trusted God, my position would not matter. Oh, Lord. If you trusted God, where I was would not carry as much weight. If you trusted God, ooh, be anxious for nothing. With prayer and supplication, make your request known unto the Lord. Saul had already gone to God about this thing. They were in this back and forth battle and war with the people of Philistia, the Philistines. I mean, I'm talking about this was a ongoing year after year after year after year type situation. And you've been doing this back and forth, but guess what? I'm not even mad. Let's see what from this perspective. So Saul been doing this back and forth thing with the people of Philistia, however you want to say it. Them Philistines, they've been doing this back and forth for a while. Can we imagine maybe Saul was exhausted? Maybe he was tired of this back and forth. If we look at where we first started reading at verse 7 and 8, it says that his men were trembling in fear. Yeah. Let's go back up to verse 6. Ooh, come on, y'all. Let's go back up to verse 6. Oh, yeah. I might go up a little bit further. Hold on. Baby. Here it go. We're going back up to verse 4. We're going back up to verse 4. 1 Samuel 13, verse 4. And it said, all Israel heard the news that Saul had destroyed the Philistine garrison at Geba, and that the Philistines now hated the Israelites more than ever. Oh, you done tore up some stuff now. Everybody big mad and heard about you in the street. So the entire Israelite army was summoned to join Saul at Gilgal. Why? Because I went in with my 600. He went in with a smaller group, 1,000. Yeah, he went in with a group of 1,000 soldiers and tore up something. The Lord gave him victory. And so as a backlash and a retaliation, the surrounding areas and the other Philistines got upset because, the people of God had tore up some things. That's right. And so as a result of the Philistines now wanting to retaliate against the Israelites for what they done, Israel is like, oh, we need to get the rest of our people over here to join Saul at Gilgal. Because it's giving a nook if you bug. If you get your people, I'll get mine. Y'all see what's going on here? Yeah. So the Philistines muster a mighty army of 3,000 chariots and 6,000 charioteers and as many warriors as the grains of sand on the seashore. What they said was the Philistines pulling up, getting a whole crew together. If y'all ever seen the movie 300, and that Babylonian king and how they just had all those soldiers, and then you got that 300, but they was a mighty 300. Come on here, somebody. Think of it from the opposing team, that they got 3,000 chariots, 6,000 charioteers, and then you got people who on the ground, baby, boots on the ground. They ain't talking about Texas out. There ain't no dancing, no shuffle, baby. They talking about something. We ready to go to war. Can I speak that P? Tell them Pastor Troy pulled up and he not a real pastor. Okay. So they were as many grains of the sand on the seashore. They was deep. Okay. Yes, very good movie. So they camped at Michmash east of Beth Aven. The men of Israel saw what a tight spot they were in. All snap. They started looking with their natural eyes. They forgot the God they were serving. And because they were hard pressed, now you hard pressed, by the enemy, they tried to hide in caves, thickets, rocks, holes, and cisterns. Some of them crossed the Jordan River and escaped into the land of Gad and Gilead. So what you telling me, good morning, Kenya, what you telling me is they was tucking their tail and hiding and running. They was tucking their tail and hiding and running. And then Saul responded and said, oh man, they getting scared. I need to do something. We need to send up this offering. We need to hear from God. We need to go ahead and make a move. I know Samuel said he was coming back, but everything looking pretty bleak. Now the Lord just called you to have a great enough victory for the people to respond this way. And instead of reminding the people of the victorious God who already led you into battle with the wind, now you out here trying to offer up strange fire and erroneous offerings that you had no business touching, because back then only the elect priests, the elect people, certain tribes were allowed to offer up offerings like this. So he got scareful. Come on, scareful. He got scared and started taking things into his own hands. How many times have we done that? Come on, let's be honest. We're gonna tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth. So help us, God. How many times have you gotten fearful about an outcome? You begin to see what's going on. Come on, United States of America. We got some things going on that can cause us to be fearful right now in present day and time. And we might want to take things into our hands. Come on, they offering packages, they offering this, they offering that. But what did God say? Come on, somebody. What did God say? Where did God position you? Where are you supposed to be seated at? Come on here. Oh my goodness, there's so many things that are inviting us to take the offering into our own hands. Oh Lord, today. The Lord said to wait for the 7 days. But I don't see you coming. So bring me them offerings, bring me them peace offerings. I'm gonna offer it up myself. But if your hands not clean, you ain't got no business offering up nothing. Ooh, are your hands clean enough to even render up the offering? Oh Lord, I'm so grateful for Jesus. Yeah. I'm grateful for Jesus. It's 7:00, right? So I saw some things inside of this, and I want to reiterate them. I think I have covered them, but I want to reiterate them. Right. The first thing I saw was Saul refused to wait on God. He was refusing to wait on God. He saw the chariots and the charioteers and all the soldiers on foot. He saw the enemy coming, and he saw his men operating in fear and bailing from being by his side. Yeah. He allowed that to push him out of being in position. He had a lane. He was the king. When you are a king, when you are a leader, it is more of your responsibility to redirect the people's focus in the right place. He was being reactive. Saul was being reactive. He took the same posture as the rest of the people. Oh, I got to do something. I got to hide. I got to go here. I got to do something. No, baby. Baby, you in leadership. You are a ruler. You need to sit at your seat with your scepter, honey, and declare. You need to be making declarations. Come on, decrees and declarations. You need to be opening up your mouth and speaking what the Lord said. You need to be reminding your own self what he said so you can lead the people to be reminded of the God in which we serve. Like, period, on poo. So he forgot what God said. He didn't wait on God. He did not wait on God. Are we waiting on God? Yeah, right. Because if you get itchy, you get antsy, you get anxious, you get out of position. You start to choose the madness because you're not seeing what you think you should be seeing right then and there. Is God our keeper? Is he our provider? Is he our protector? In the midst of the chariots and the charioteers and all the armies coming up against us, am I going to move out of position? Am I going to rush? Am I going to wait on God? I ain't rushing God. I am not rushing God, right? He didn't wait on God. He took it into his own hands. Second thing was, he didn't stay in his lane. What lane are you supposed to be in? What are the instructions that have been given to you, and how are you supposed to be stewarding that? Because your responsibility is connected to the instructions that you have received. Every single one of us have a thing we supposed to be doing. Author spotlights and author book fairs. Look, A. Marie is getting us on this vegan dietary things. She's got a element where she wants to help serve those who are experiencing home insecurity. Right? Food insecurity, right? Yeah. What is the thing you're supposed to be doing? Sister Cassie out here getting these mamas and their money together. Mamas and money. Honey baddies in their bag. Like, all of us have a thing we supposed to be doing. But in the midst of things not aligning for the thing we know that we have instructions to do, we can be tempted to go run over and jump in them lanes. Kimia, girl, you gifted to do all these different things, but what is the mandate God called you to focus on right here and now? I promise to serve faithfully. What did the Lord tell you to do? As unto God. Okay, so stay in your lane. Like simply said, are you in your lane? Tell the truth. Yes or no, drop it in the comments. Are you in your lane? Are you in your lane? I'm in mine. I'm in my lane. Some of us have multiple things with multiple lanes in it, and you can be in the wrong lane of your own thing at any given time. Honey, Are we talking for profit? We talking nonprofit? We talking about consulting? We talking about community service? We talking about coaching? Which of the things am I supposed to be focusing on right now? Am I in the wrong lane inside of my own thing? Come on, y'all. Every single one of us is multifaceted. Are you in the right lane? From both perspectives, are you in the lane that you should be in? Mm-hmm. I'm waiting. I'm looking. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the place I'm supposed to be in. And we have to check on a regular basis because the way our brains process all this information that we're moving through is real easy to get on a pathway that's not the right one for right now. We got to learn how to put stuff on the bookshelf and come back to it. If you don't have a journal, you might need a couple GFT journals. You might need more than one. You might need one for the wellness work. You might need one for the builder work, and then you might need one for ideas for the future to go back to. Because right now, I need to be in the lane he's telling me to be in. So stay in your lane. Saul didn't stay in his lane. He up here making offerings. You not waiting on the man of God to come and do what he said he's going to do, what he's responsible for doing, and you not doing what it is you're responsible to do. Lead your people, sir. Encourage your soldiers, sir. Anyway, attitude. And then the last thing was, this is a question. What's your obedience connected to? I want to go back and read that. Verse 13 and 14. And then I'm gonna go back over to the Message version. I'm gonna go over to the Message version. I'm not enunciating all my words. I'm talking fast. I'm going to slow down. Verse 13 in chapter 13. How foolish, Samuel exclaimed. You have not kept the command the Lord your God gave you. Catch this. Had you kept it, the Lord would have established your kingdom over Israel forever. But now, there goes the but now your kingdom must end, for the Lord has sought out a man after his own heart. The Lord has already appointed him to be the leader of his people, because you have not kept the Lord's command. Had you kept it, the Lord would have established your kingdom over Israel forever. Had you kept it, the Lord would have established your kingdom over Israel forever. Had you kept it, the Lord would have established your kingdom over Israel forever. But, Byron, but now your kingdom must end, for the Lord has sought out a man after his own heart. The question is, what's your obedience connected to? The kingdom would have been established in Israel forever with him as a leader. Something would have been established. When something is established, baby, it's not going nowhere. It's got foundations. It's got roots. It's not going to be easily moved. Your kingdom would have been established over Israel forever. What is your obedience connected to? Good morning, Sister Paula. When you are not obedient to the instruction of the Lord, what obedience, what manifestation, what thing that God intended for the future is impacted by your lack of obedience? What's your obedience connected to? Who is on the other side of you operating in your this? What thing are you supposed to be building and building well? Who is going to reap the benefits of that thing? If you are not in the right lane, if you're not waiting on God, if you're not trusting him in the midst of challenges and turmoil, who's impacted by that? You making a decision right now could make sense, but it would be madness for your children, your grandchildren, and your great-grandchildren. We think that the enemy is tempting us with these little small things. There is no temptation of the enemy that is small. There is impact that happens outside of right now. I'm gonna eat this pizza today, but our genealogy is impacted by our diets. So how are my great-grandchildren gonna be impacted by my dietary habits right now? There's so many ways that thing could go. What lane you supposed to be in? Are you waiting on God? And what is your obedience connected to? Don't play the game. thinking that there's a small thing. Well, I'll just go ahead and do it. But I don't see anybody pulling up. Well, I'll go ahead and do it. Well, I'll go ahead and pay for it. Well, I'll go ahead and send the money when the Lord told you that He was going to provide. You gonna go out and finance something, and the Lord didn't tell you to go and finance it. Oh yeah. Yeah, what is the obedience that you're supposed to be doing? Some of us are going to be initiators of the next phase, I'll say, of generational wealth. But are you in the right position? Are you making decisions off of obedience or off of impulse? hmm Yeah, don't get you and the next generation in trouble. That's madness. If you had awaited, your kingdom over Israel would have been established forever. But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, and a peculiar people. If I'm a royal priesthood, how I handle my responsibilities, kings and priests, how I handle my responsibility is very important, because if I choose improperly, I'm choosing madness for now and generations to come. As a result of Saul making decisions that he made in war times, and not killing off certain things and lands and nations, he opened doors for children and grandchildren of wicked kings and wicked rulers to come back and rise up against them. It's March no badness. I'm not going back. I'm not going back. I'm not choosing that. And you're not about to make me so I will close my eyes first. Morning, Ruth. I will close my eyes. Sometimes we need to close our eyes because we got too much stimuli coming in through our eye gates trying to convince us of something that is not true. What is true by the Spirit? Not by my natural eye. What's true by the Spirit? Oh, no. A lot of times y'all will see me on a live and I'll close my eyes and I will have a full conversation with my eyes closed because I'm processing so much information and I need to focus on the assignment that I'm in that moment. Sometimes we need less stimuli. There's too much stimuli trying to invite you to choose madness when all you got to do is wait on God. All right, y'all. That's our day 2 for GFT prayer. We're dropping in the comment. March no madness. March no madness. Wait on God. Wait on. We got to be talking with him. Wait on God. Stay in your lane and realize. Allow God to show you. Ask God. Some of us might need to ask God. There might need to be a prompt, y'all. God, what is my obedience connected to? Who is my obedience connected to? God, what are you establishing in legacy as a result of my obedience? Catch those. Pick one, anyone, and sit with God and allow him to tell you that. Yeah. March no madness. I see y'all. All righty. We cool, calm, collect. Y'all, I got to comb hair today. I'm going to give wash and go today. All right. I'm going to give wash and go today. God is good. I praise God for y'all being in this space. I'm going to pin that. Thank you, Alexandria. What is my obedience connected to? That thing right there. That thing will get you. Y'all write that down. Put it in your journals. If you don't have a journal, you can go on Amazon and type in Grace for This journal, reflection journal. There's something there. If you want to wait and get merch when we are in the building for the summit at the end of the month, you can do that as well. What's today? Tuesday. We chilling. Tuesday is a rest day for us. Like to hear it. Here it go. Here it go. Here it go. My second prompt, if y'all didn't catch that one, I'm gonna go ahead and pin this second one. Thank you, A. Marie. March no madness. I see. If you catch it in the replay, drop replay in the comments and know you caught that. We talked about King Saul, boy. King Saul was a piece of work, and we walked through 1 Samuel chapter 13 verses. It was like 7 through I think it was like 14. 7 through 14. 13. Yep, 7 through 14. That was what it was. So y'all write those prompts down. Write those prompts down. And I'm going to pin this last one. I want to remind y'all, we got real big energy. We got real big energy because we going to be in some shared space in a couple of weeks, y'all. We're going to be in some shared space in a couple of weeks. Our first Wellness Work Summit of the year is this month. Our first summit of the year is this month, and our focus is the maintaining momentum for your mental. We have done some work. If you've been with GFT since its inception, you are somebody completely different than you used to be, right? And so we are coming into a season where, we talked about it last night. If you were in the room last night for our check-in in the community, drop a one in the comments. There's a revisitation of things coming to us. There's a revisitation of things coming to us. Thank you. Look, Deb says she ready, honey. Deb gonna be in there with the setup and the spread. We've got to be prepared to do the maintenance work. Like you get a new car, like I'm a new version of me, but what does the maintenance on? What does it look like? You don't get a new car and don't do the maintenance. You don't get a new car and you don't do the maintenance. That ain't how that works. Right, y'all, we got to be prepared for what the maintenance is going to look like for this momentum that we have, because we coming out the block strong in January and February, but the enemy going to try to wear us. He going to try to wear us out. He going to try to make us think negative stuff. No, sir, back up off me with that. He going to revisit certain things from the past and try to offer those things to you to try to get you to choose the madness. It's March No Madness. I'm not going back to that old place, y'all. I'm excited because we're going to have the therapist going to be in the building. Y'all, we talk about the wellness work, and I tell y'all I'm not a therapist. I'm a nurse. I am a nurse, but I'm not a therapist. But baby, the therapist will be in the building. We will have the panel discussion. Oh, we dropping pictures next week. We dropping faces next week, y'all. We dropping faces next week, y'all. Hey. I'm silly. I'm silly. We dropping faces next week, and I'm excited about it. Just the conversation is going to be good. Something happens in these rooms, y'all. When we get in that space together, there is nothing like it. One of the things that I'm really passionate about is you having access, and in that moment inside of the summit, you are going to have access. We will have licensed clinical social workers and therapists with practices actually in the building to help us support you all. So maybe you don't have access to a therapist right now. You don't have that part of your personal wellness regimen put together yet. Well, we're going to have somebody who you can step aside and have a quick chat with, give you some language, make some recommendations. Like, come on, we're going to do a little bit now. You know, I'm a nurse, so I understand triage. Okay. We're going to see what it is that is being presented to you. And I understand, and I'm prepared. Are you prepared for some things to come up while you're in that room? I'm prepared for some things to come up, and we have kingdom therapists. Come on, somebody. Kingdom community and wellness, for us having providers in the room to, in that moment, help you navigate that and give you next steps. Baby, priceless. Okay. Absolutely priceless. So you can go and get your tickets. Go get your ticket. Now, if you want to do this bonus session that we're going to have, the Wellness Work for Business bonus session with a little bit of Ready, Set, Network mixed in it for my builders out there, you launching some things and you're doing your wellness work, there is that VIP option. We'll have that bonus session at the top of the day at 9 a.m., right? Doors open at 9:30, but if you VIP, baby, we getting it in from 9 to 10. We get it in from 9 to 10. We're going to have this, we're going to have our session and talk through some things because there is some uniqueness to our experience. And because we have decided to launch and build what God said, we got a different set of struggles that are being presented to us. And so I want to make sure that I'm giving time to my builders, as well. So having said all of that, y'all go to graceforthis.net. Get y'all tickets, y'all. Let's get up in here, get excited. We will have merch. I have got my accountability partner together so that we can get this merch ordered so you can shop while you are in the building with us, right? And we got some special things we're going to be debuting. I'm excited. It's going to be an amazing time. If you have enjoyed this space, I want to invite you to subscribe to this channel, honey. If you on Facebook, you go ahead and follow this page, turn the notifications on, because we're going to be here the rest of the week, fam, and twice on Wednesdays. Okay. We'll be back in the morning. Our prayer leader tomorrow is going to be GFT Houston, AAA, our sister Kayla Young. Y'all look, I'll call her Coach. Look, Coach Kayla. Cause Coach Kaylee be getting us together, baby. She hit that, baby. Yeah, honey. Yes. I'm gonna pin this right here so y'all can get some faces right. That's Taylor right there with the little one, little fireball right there in the front on the left with the white GFT crop top on. Yeah, that one right there. That's a team, y'all. We work hard in the background to make sure all the things are happening and popping off. So I'm excited. Tomorrow we'll be back in the morning. If you're not in the text that journey. Text journey so you can get looped in there. If you have not text journey, if you didn't get a text message this morning, you are not in the text community. Let me help you. Hold on. If you didn't get that text, here you go. So you can pull up in here with us. Y'all, Dr. Mason finna show out. I just want y'all to know. That's all I'm gonna say. You just need to be paying attention. He about to show out in the best way. That's all of the things, right? So we'll be back in the morning at 6:45 a.m. And then tomorrow is the Wellness Work broadcast, where we are partnering with businesses, builders, and brands that have a wellness-based initiative that they're making impact through. So we'll be live tomorrow at 12 as well. All right, y'all. As we say, life can be hard and your journey can hurt, but commit to heal so your story can help. Go get your tickets for the summit and bring somebody with you. If you want to be a sponsor, let us know. I'm going to go. I love y'all, big y'all.
Hello, my name is Kenitra Moselle, and I am founder of a beautiful community called Grace for This. We are about women taking ownership of their wellness journey in 3 ways: personally, relationally, and professionally. I'm inviting you to be honest about your grieving experience, your healing experience, and then lastly, your building experience. You're going through this because you're graced for this.